Welcome to the Magic Marine Daily Show, reporting from Day 4 of the 2015 49er and 49er FX Championships. I'm your host, Katie Nastro. On today's show, we're featuring FX sailors Caitlin Elks and Ragna Egerup. I'll catch up with them in a little bit, but first, let's hear from other FX sailors around the fleet about some battle wounds they've suffered while sailing. These are pretty tricky boats, but no pain, no gain, right? Take a look.
One of the worst injuries that I've ever had, is when I broke my foot. So basically we went around the top mark and I was in the straps when Aishwarya was hoisting the spinnaker. And there was, I think, this weird wave sort of thing. So the waves in Chennai where we train at home are massive, especially in the north breeze. And so one of these waves came along and I got washed off the boat. And the boat capsized to leeward and I was hanging by the straps head down and the boat capsized, so I was like stuck there for quite some time before the boat turtled all the way. So yeah, I broke 2 bones on my foot, the metatarsals clean, like there was no connection between the bones for some time. So yeah, that was one of the worst injuries I've had when I've been sailing.
So I've had one major injury, which was in the 29er about 4 years ago. I was hit in the head on the left-hand side by a windsurfer, and I was in an induced coma for 15 days. So yeah, that was a pretty big one, but I'm a lot better now, and I just have to wear a helmet when it's windy because I just can't afford to get hit in the head again. But yeah, that involved about a year of rehab, but I was in the boat 4 months after the incident, but since it was the left-hand side of my brain, it involved like the language and memory and speech and things like that. So it just took a while to get that all up and running again, but I'm back in action now.
In last December, I break my foot. We bear away. It's windy and we tried to bear away, but we didn't manage and we capsized. And I have to jump, and I jump in the mainsail. And with the jump, I don't know exactly how, but I break my foot. So I spent 3 months without sailing and 1 month without working at all.
It happened in May. We were sailing in Garda, and we finished our day racing and were just on our way home. And we nosedived, and Giulia fell on top of me and squeezed my arm between her body and the boat. And the bone got broken, and the muscle got squeezed and broken, and still fighting with it.
Another one was when in Garda, when we were training, Garda gets quite windy sometimes. And so we capsized over to leeward again. And so basically we had the kite up, we were going downwind, and we capsized and I had nowhere to jump, so I jumped inside the boat and I was trying to miss the mainsail and trying to miss the center board, so I landed in between on the boom ribs first, so that hurt quite a bit. Then I did it again half an hour later.
This happened today.
So with the head injury, obviously I was quite nervous getting back into the boat again, but my confidence slowly came back, and after the accident, that was one thing that I really wanted to do, was just get back to sailing.
I'm addicted to sailing, I suppose, I don't know. I mean, injuries sort of go away, but you can't sort of get an Olympic dream back once you've let go of it. So I guess it's okay to sail when you're injured, but you can't come back to sailing whenever you feel like it.
Caitlin, Ragna, that was some feature, right? I mean, the girls, you guys go through so much shit. Can I say that? Yeah, you get beaten up all over the place. These boats are tough. Ragna, have you ever suffered an injury while sailing in FX?
No, I have not, but my sister and my crew, she dislocated her shoulder in Worlds last year in Santander, and it was a huge step back because we were trying to qualify the nation and we had big hopes and high goals, and we just had to quit after day 2.
That's really tough.
Yeah.
That must have.
Yeah.
But there's nothing you can do about it.
No,
you gotta
exactly.
tell her to fuck up.
But the hard part is taking the time you have to take. Like, we had to wait 3 months before we could go back in the boat, and to wait for so long. It's just, you're so eager to get back after that first month, and then more hours in the gym, less sailing.
Yeah, the recovery.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Was she scared to get back in the boat after that?
No, not really, because the injury or the way she dislocated her shoulder, it was a capsize, and it was really unlucky. Like I landed on her shoulder, and it never happens. It's your fault. It's kind of my fault, yes. I'm just glad it's not me. No, I know. It was crazy, so we just knew that the chances that it's going to happen again are very small. So that's why we kind of just threw ourselves back into it, and we don't really think about it.
Caitlin, have you ever suffered any injuries, any battle wounds?
Well, last year I was in Kiel, we were racing at Kiel Walker, and one of the windy days we ended up nosediving, and I ended up head first into the gunnel, and split the back of my head open, and ended up with a concussion.
I remember that so well because we were sent in because of too much wind, and Caitlin was like, "Oh, I hurt my head," and I was like, "Oh, let me look at it." I was like trying to be calm, but Caitlin, you need stitches. That's really serious, Caitlin. You have to get stitches.
And I was just like, "Oh no, I'll be fine. I'll be fine," because we had just been sent, like, just had to get sent back out. And I was like, "I'll just do the racing, and then I'll have a look at it later. Like, we'll just deal with this later."
She was so high on adrenaline. It was crazy.
And so I just borrowed a helmet from the girls, these girls, and went back out. And Tess was saying it was like I was drunk, like I was falling all over the place, and I was slurring my words and just stumbling. And she was saying, like, I'd hold onto the main sheet, and I'd just look at my hand and just, like, let go. She was like, "No, Caitlin, you need to hold on to that one. Like, take that back."
Oh my god!
Well, we ended up having like an okay day, actually.
Yeah. Right. Well, we know. I know who to bring along to get concussed in the boat and all that. Yeah, I'll take you. I'll pick you.
Yeah. And then went back in, got stitches, and went to bed.
That's crazy. Wait, so you fell asleep? Aren't you not supposed to fall asleep?
You know, this is hours after I actually did it, so it was fine then.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. We're out in the water for that.
She wasn't supposed to shower either, but she did that as well, didn't you?
There was
you had to
blood
be careful. You're not supposed to get water in it.
Yeah. No, they said it was fine. Like I could get it wet, and it was actually interesting at the hospital. We got to the hospital, and they had a like a media team there, and they ended up asking if they could film the whole thing, and it ended up on German TV.
Your science project. Wow, your German science TV project. That's crazy. Wow. Well, we can say then that FX sailors are pretty badass. Not accident prone, badass.
Yeah, I'll go with that one.
Yes, I like that. All right. We're going to catch up now with some of the sailors around the boat park. Take a look. It's raining cats and dogs, or perros and gatos, like we say in Spain.
Perros y gatos. Sí.
I'm here with Carlos. I can't say your last name. Roles. Okay. Tell us a little bit about the conditions out there today.
Well, we went out with, it was like about 10 knots, something like that. Good. And there was it looked like a big cloud was far away. But in the middle of the racing, like a turn at the end, the last downwind, it picked up. The big storm came, and it was pretty extreme. People were trying to go back. Many masts were broken. Luckily, we didn't break anything, so that's the good conclusion about the day. But it was pretty extreme. It was hard with the waves here get very steep and together, so you can't sail downwind. So yeah, we had to pull the main down and everything and just go back with the coach. Luckily, we were all good.
All right, yeah. You're all safe?
Yeah, all good.
Bien.
That's it.
That's it. That's all we needed. That's it.
Yeah?
That's all we needed, yeah.
Okay.
Camilla, how was it out there?
Well, we got out in the morning, and it was fine in the beginning, and we got one race. It started off with like double trapezing, so maybe like 10 knots, and we did one lap, and then the last downwind we realized that there's a lot more wind coming in and it's turning right, and we couldn't finish it with the kite, so we had to pull it down, and it got really windy like really quickly. So we just started like doing turns on the shrouds and everything, and like helmets on and everything ready to do another race, but then the rain came in and it got crazy.
So you got wet out there?
Yes, really wet. Wet and cold, but then we got towed in and got into a warm shower, and after that it's been okay.
Were people capsizing? What was it like? What were the other boats doing around you?
Well, we got everybody. I think everybody got finished the race, and then while like changing the settings and everything, people kept on capsizing, and like there was boats everywhere and upside down. And then when the rain came, got really like you couldn't really see a lot. So
bad visibility.
Yeah, it was a bit scary.
A bit scary?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Well, you're safe and on dry land. And that's thunder, everyone out there. It's been going on for quite a while now. So the sailors are wrapping it up for today. Camilla, thanks so much for speaking with us. Day 4 is now done of the 2015 49er and 49er FX World Championships. Go to 49er.org for all the action. Follow us on all social media channels at 49er Sailing.